Okay, I'm trying something new. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube instead of listening on a podcast platform will see that I am in our porch tent, which is where we hang out a lot during the day. So we're going to see how this goes. It's windy here tonight, and that means wind chimes are going. We're not far from the road, so there's traffic. The plus is that you get to see the dogs play in the tent and get some love-ins besides just listening to me talk. But so I wanted to give an update on Gretel. I mean, obviously she's gone. That's not an update for most of you, but it's been 2 months, and it's been 2 months. I am looking at my notes. Sorry if I keep looking over to the right, but 2 months. And we miss her. I mean, we definitely miss her. But it's weird because it's been 2 months, but in a way I feel like it was a whole lifetime ago. Like, so much has gone on since then. I don't know. And that makes me feel weird and guilty. Because I feel like I should miss her more, but it feels so distant that, like, it's always weird when there's death, because you want to remember them, but you also know they wouldn't want you to go around being really sad, so you try and move on, but then you feel guilty because you feel like maybe you're moving on too quick or too easily. So, on a daily basis, I don't cry about it. I don't miss her per se. I mean, her little box of ashes is behind me and behind my office desk right now. I haven't decided what I'm doing with them. So, I mean, obviously, I see her and I'm reminded. I think the thing that gets me most is when I'm going through my pictures and videos. I'm so thankful to have all of those to look through and to remember her by, but then also that it's bittersweet because then my heart hurts a little when I look at them, because then it's a real, like, more tangible for me reminder that she's not here and I wish she was. So this podcast, I'm going to go over a little bit what's happened since she's been gone, and a little bit more about my feelings. I mean, there's no bright side, but there's one thing I've learned about change and loss is that, it's inevitable. I can't change that she's gone. So I can choose to wallow in that and lament about what I wish was, or I can accept that and I can look on the bright side. I mean, there's no bright side, but look for opportunities. What is different? What are ways that I can, that's really hard to talk about, but like find benefit. I mean, that's also bad in her being gone. But anyway, I'll explain later. So those of you that don't know me, my name is Jessica. Welcome. My name is Jessica, and I am the author of the award-winning blog, You Did What With Your Wiener.com. And I started that back in 2010. And back then that was the only thing for us. That was it. That's where we lived. That was our main house, if you will. Of course, we've been on social media since then, and now things have really shifted. The blog is, it's almost like a social media channel for me. It's another place I can put long form content and can drive people there who like to read. I am slowly working on transferring's a bad way to put it, but taking a lot of those heavily researched articles, the most popular articles, and turning them into podcasts, because I know a lot of people nowadays are, like to listen to stuff while they're cleaning the house, like I do. Anyway, sorry to ramble on. I'm also the founder of the Adventure Wiener Club of Seattle, which is the largest social dachshund meetup club in Seattle, certainly the longest running. I'm a dachshund sitter. That's part of what this tent is for. I call it Adventure Wiener Camp. And hold on. Summit, come here. Summit. she wants in the house. I'll cut this part out, but I'm going to have to go let her in. So besides the Dachshund Club and the Dachshund Sitting Adventure Wiener Camp, I also am a Dachshund trainer and behavior consultant. I'm working on some courses that are going to go on the website, and for quite a while I've been giving people advice and through my club. I am calling that Adventure Wiener School. So everything is Adventure Wiener. This is Otter. I'm mom to 2 adventurous wiener dogs, Otter and Summit. They're inside. Also, Hildy, one of our guests, is inside. So like I said, there's no bright side to loss, to losing a loved one or a pet. But there are opportunities if you look for them. And so I've tried to really focus on that. What is true is that I spent a lot of resources, time, energy, focus, money on Gretel and keeping her happy in the last years of her life. And I don't regret it one bit. But what is also true is that meant that I wasn't able to put as much resources, time, energy, money into the younger dogs, the dogs that were still doing okay, being Otter and Summit. So since she's been gone, that has allowed me the opportunity, the flexibility to refocus on them, which is what I've been doing. Summit, so I'll give an update on Summit first. She had, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, there's a lot of potential causes. It coincided with me increasing dog sitting, and also her getting older, but her behavior changed. And when she was young, she's always been bossy and perky and like hyper attentive to a lot of things, mostly in a good way, but she started more research, she started resource guarding, like legitimately, and being a little bit more, if that's a possibility, being a little more barky. She's my vocal one, my talker. And it doesn't mean something's wrong, but it is true that when there's a significant behavior change in your dog, there could be something going on. So it may just be that the change in our household of bringing more dogs in and out all the time, but it could also be that she could be developing mild arthritis or have something, what are you doing? Or have something wrong with her hips. I don't know. It could be gut health. It could be a lot of things. So I've been looking into those things kind of to rule them out, just to make sure I'm not overlooking something. Also, I knew when I got Otter, chose to get a male, that because I wanted a female. I was holding out for like 3 years. And the biggest reason was because she has what's called an ovary sparing space. So she has a space. She can't get pregnant, but she still has an ovary left for health reasons. That's a whole other podcast, but it allows her to retain her hormones that influence development. And it's been shown that, well, yes, certain cancers like mammary cancer can increase when they have the hormones. There are a lot of other less treatable cancers that it can decrease the chance of. And anyway, but she still goes through heat. So having a male in the house, and I didn't get him neutered. He's still not neutered yet right away because for health reasons for him too. And with males, you can do a vasectomy, but that's just like the females. They're essentially intact, so it's kind of pointless. But except the pregnancy thing, but she can't get pregnant, and I won't let him get anyone else pregnant. So it's a lot though. I've had a crash course in the last couple of years of managing a female in heat and intact males, because a couple that I dogs that are also intact in the same house while she's in heat. It's 0 stars. So I do not recommend, but it's been a really good learning experience. And I'm currently deciding what I'm going to do about that going forward. I've made some other arrangements, maybe to send her to my friend to watch her during the heaviest part of the heat, because the boys just go nuts and it's very stressful for me. Also looking into getting her a full spay, but because of the cost, it costs as much or more than an initial spay would have cost. And she doesn't need it for health reasons. It's kind of an elective surgery. So we're not rushing out to spend that money right now, because I'd rather save the money in case something like medical emergency goes wrong. So anyway, I'm thinking about what to do about that. Like, so kind of being able to refocus. I'm also, her conformation isn't great. Conformation, for those of you who don't know, is basically the way they stand and carry themselves. It's more complicated than that. It has to do with like their physical structure underneath the bones and everything. But hers isn't great. So she has what's called a roached back, which means that her lower back kind of curves up. And I just want to rule out that she doesn't have any orthopedic issues that could be affecting her behavior. So anyway, it's nothing major. It's more paranoid dog mom things, but I feel better ruling all kind of causes out. When there is a change in behavior, it can, like I said, it can be a flag. So I don't want to ignore those things. And then Otter, he's doing good at 9. So he's a year and a half now. At 9 months, it was like day and night. He was happy, friendly, not scared of anything. And all of a sudden he was scared of a lot of things. And his biggest one was when he was in the backyard and dogs barking. And I remember the day I was standing out there and a dog barked, neighborhood dog barked, and he ran for the back door. I thought he was going to poop his pants. So anyway, that was, I don't know, a year and a half. So I don't know, like 6 months before we let Gretel go. And so I recognized that, and I was trying to address it so it didn't stick with him, work him through it. So it didn't stick with him throughout life. But again, I couldn't put my full focus on him, because also not just Gretel, but I mean, with dog sitting, I just can't focus everything I have on my own dog. So, but now that she's gone, it has allowed me more time. Was helping him work through it, but not to the level that I wanted to, and not seeing the progress that I wanted to, but I was doing the best that I could. But now I'm able to do a little better than I could before, because I have more time and energy. So we are seeing some improvement. He is a teenager, so training and socialization and behavior is not linear. So a lot of times there's some progress and then some regression and then some progress. And so you just kind of steer the course and hope to get through it, because they do mellow out, as they get to be 2 and 3. And so we're just working on that. He's also got more general exposure. I was happy that he's had more exposure to bikes, like bicycles, pedal bikes, and he's not afraid of them at all. Like no note of them at all. And so maybe at some point I used to be a really avid bike rider. I did downhill mountain biking, and although I'll probably never do that again at my age, but more like physical condition. It's not an age thing, but I would still like to take my bike out and cruise around the neighborhood, or cruise on some trails. And it would be fun, since Otter can be off leash. I think it'd be fun to ride a bike with him following me. So it's good that he's not scared of them. But also, he is done with the majority of his growth. So now he could start hike training in earnest. And so he is up to about 7 miles very comfortably right now. And so I'm happy with that. I'm hoping by the end of the summer, he'll be able to do 10 to 12 miles is kind of what I'm shooting for. I also was out with an injured foot for a couple of years and couldn't hike. So I'm basically starting, not all over, because you have muscle memory and all those things, but starting my hike training again too. So I don't know that I'll be able to do more than 10 to 12 by by the end of the summer. With the dog sitting, I normally only watch two at a time besides mine, but occasionally with existing clients, I'll take a third. So when Gretle's around, that meant that I could be watching 6 at a time. And that's my absolute limit. I feel like once you get even to 6, but especially beyond 6, you really lose control of all the dogs in the household. You can't give individual attention. So I don't like it. But now that she's gone, this summer when I had 3 other dogs booked, when she was here, it would have been 6. And now it'll be 5, 3 guests and my 2. So that's going to be easier for me. It also means that I can take on some more what I call stay in learns. And so it's you may have heard of board and train before. It's not exactly that, not that intense, but dogs stay. They maybe the owners want me to. They've started working on something. They want me to reinforce it while the dog is here, or they want me to help get them started on a new training thing like loose leash walking, socialization, simple things, obedience, sit down, stuff like that. I also can spend on a personal level, I can put more time and effort into the training courses I've been wanting to do. I am currently I have been working on a reactivity course, but the next couple of months I'm going to be finalizing. And I'm also, for my Dachshund Club, doing a free preparation for Canine Good Citizen, which is like entry level. It's not even obedience exactly. Some of it is, but it's also just showing that your dog's friendly and can be out in public. So I'm doing a free preparation course for the Dachshund Club with that. And yeah, so those are the big things. And, being focused, to me, being forward focused, it's always a balance. You want to make sure to feel your grief and your loss and really work through that, but not live there, not dwell on it, not live in a place where daily you can't function because of it. Like, not criticizing anyone. It's hard and everyone has to get through it the same way. But I have had enough practice to know that I choose to kind of honor that person or pet that I lost by moving forward and doing new things with my life and the lives of the dogs that I still have around. So, anyway, I don't know the timer. I think this is a short one, but I just wanted to give an update. I'm still finding it really hard because there's my husband and there's the dogs I'm watching and there's the weather and there's my own mood and feeling. And then there's other work I have to get done to stay on a regular schedule with this. But I promise I'm trying. I really am trying. And so I'm hoping to be in your inbox, not just newsletter. It's funny, Otter's over there digging. Maybe I hope you don't see dust on the camera, but anyway, I'm trying. We're all just trying, right? We're all trying to do the best we can to get through our days and through life with all our competing interests and emotions and things that compete for our time. So hopefully I will be in touch not too long from now. Thanks for listening.